my front lip. Gotta replace it because I had a few months ago I had blew 2 tires. The 2 back tires both had blew, but this car needs alignment, so that's why that happened. But yeah, 2 back tires blew, so I had to put this car on stocks, the only stock wheels that I had, which I only got 3 of them, and then I have 1 different wheel, but it fits. So I was riding around like that for a few months, and the car was too low. You know what I'm saying? These 22s helped lift the car up a little bit, but I think they were 16s or 17s, maybe 18s, one of them. Had them on the car, and then I think I was going over a speed bump or something, and I didn't realize the car was really that low. Ended up scraping the lip and it broke it. So we're gonna tap it in with this one. It really need to be like that way, but that wire ain't gonna be long enough. I'm gonna have to try and get it in there. So yeah, let's go ahead and tap into this wire, man. Let's tap into this wire. What's up, guys? It's your boy Deuce, back with another video. Now it's been a little minute, man, since we done worked on, or I done anything to this charger, you feel me? But don't make fun of me, bro, but I'm not the only person in the world to do this. For the longest, man, I've been driving this charger, and I know this is a hazard and everything. I shouldn't have done it, but really didn't have a choice at the time, and I kept forgetting about it until now. I've been driving this charger around without having a fuse tapper in my fuse for the fog lights. I know, it's crazy, bad, I shouldn't be doing that, but I finally got me a fuse tapper, full set, man. I got all different type of fuse tappers, man. I got the one that I needed for the Cutlass and box Chevy. I got more of them. I got the smaller one that I think this is the one I need for the charger. If not, it's a different one. I got this one that a lot of the newer cars have. I got this one. I don't even know what this one go to. What else? I think it's one. Yep, one more. And this one. This might be the one for the charger. I think it's this one. It's one of these two. It's either the tighter one or the one that's a little bit more spread apart, but it's still the small one. So I think it's this one though. But yeah, for the longest, man, like I said, I've been driving this charger without having a fuse tapper. Like I said, I got a whole little kit without having the fuse tapper on the fuse for the, I'm trying to grab these fuses out now. Yeah, this little fuse tapper kit, it came with fuses as well. So I got this whole little kit off of Amazon. They sold it. I think I ain't spend no more than like $20 on the kit, $25, somewhere around there, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, like I said, for the longest, man, I've been driving around with the fog lights and not having a fuse tapper in. I just put the wire in one of the fuses that cut on and off with the car. I mean, it's worked, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, I want it to be professional. I want it to be right. I want it to look good. So I'm gonna tap in, or put the wire on this fuse tapper and put it under the hood, because like I said, I don't like the way, for one, it just looks weird with the wire just going in the fuse box. But even then, it's gonna be the same thing. The wire is just gonna be inside the fuse box. So yeah, at least it'll be done correctly though, you feel me, with the fuse tapper on and the extra fuse on, instead of having just the main fuse from this car with the wire stuck inside the fuse. Like I said, I know I shouldn't have done that, but I really didn't have a choice at the time because I didn't have no fuse tappers. And every time I was getting ready to order it, I'll forget to order it, or whenever it'll be on my mind, I'll forget to place that order, you know what I'm saying? And I finally thought about it while I was placing this order on Amazon a few weeks ago, and I was like, I need to get this fuse tapper for this charger, man. It's been months since I've been driving this car with the fog lights on and not having a fuse tapper, so I need to go ahead and get that done. Ended up getting it. Now it's here, so now we're gonna go ahead and put it. And I think I actually placed the order when I started messing with the music for the box Chevy. So when I got the fuse tappers out for the box Chevy, I was like, oh, I need to do the same thing for the charger, I'm pretty sure. And then that's when I placed the order right then and there. So went ahead and got that. Now this in, man. So this car be pretty much, the wiring and be pretty much good to go, you feel me? All my wires is good, everything is good except for that fuse tapper. So this is the last one I really needed to do. Besides my amp is overheating, so I need to build like a little platform to where it'll be like 4 legs around the amp to lift it up, and then I put a fan under it to help cool it down, because my fan overheats from how hot it is outside, and this car sits in the sun 24/7. You know what I'm saying? This car is always in the sun. This car is not in my canopy tent like my Cutlass. It ain't in the carport like my box Chevy. That's why I need my own crib, so I can have me 2 garage spots and then have my canopy tent too, or have like a little extra little garage I can build onto or something like that, man. You feel me? I need my own land and my own crib, but it's gonna be a little minute for that happen. You feel me? But other than that, man, like I said, that's all I'm finna do in this video is just tap into the fuse. This should be really quick, easy, and straightforward. If y'all need fuse tappers, like I said, Amazon is where I got mine from. Other than that, hope y'all enjoyed this video, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Turn that post notification bell all the way. Y'all get notified as soon as I drop. Share the channel, share the video, man. Roll to 5,000 subscribers, so I need y'all help to hit that goal. Share the channel, share the video, subscribe if you're new. Tell your family and friends, come subscribe to the channel if you want to. Screen record the videos, post them on different social medias. If you don't want to do that, just click the share button and share the channel and the video any and everywhere. Nonetheless, man, other than that, let's get out of the car, pop the hood, and let's get right to work. Alright, y'all, so like I said, this is the last little thing I really needed to do to these fog lights now. It's a few things to the body kit that I put on that I have to now fix. For instance, my front lip. Got to replace it because I had, a few months ago, I had blue 2 tires. The 2 back tires both had blue, but this car needs alignment, so that's why that happened. But yeah, 2 back tires blue, so I had to put this car on stocks. The only stock wheels that I had, which I only got 3 of them, and then I have 1 different wheel, but it fits. So I was riding around like that for a few months, and the car was too low. You know what I'm saying? These 22s helped lift the car up a little bit. But I think it was 16s or 17s, maybe 18s, one of them. Had them on the car. And then I think I was going over a speed bump or something, and I didn't realize the car was really that low. Ended up scraping the lip, and it broke it. And then I think somebody had just pulled off one of my rods, because that's just gone, but that was gone before the lip broke. So I think somebody stole it, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, why would you steal just 1 rod? Like, what was you doing? So I really don't know, you know what I'm saying? 1 rod is missing, so I got to get new rods. I got to get a whole new front lip. I got to get different washers because these mugs rusted. It's just all bad. Even my rods rusted too. But the lip broke right here, cracked right here, and once I take this bolt out, the lip this piece just gonna fall off. Even though it screws in the back, it's broken all the way through, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta replace the lip. My side skirts are actually still in really good shape. They just dirty, which I just washed the car like 2 weeks ago, but it's been raining like crazy. My side canards is perfect. My rear diffuser is still perfect. Everything else is good, you feel what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all noticed my little sticker. Bought me a little sticker because, you feel me? I support the 32 gang. They should invite me into the 32 game, man, for real. The youngest doing this with these old schools, you know what I'm saying? I ain't putting no race and nothing in them, big wheels. Youngest to do it in my city anyways. But yeah, like I said, man, all I'm gonna do is tap into the fuse, man. It should be pretty quick, easy, and straightforward. It is this wire right here. So that's my ground, that's my power to the fog lights. And then y'all know the fog light wiring harness is also over here, which, like I said, I try to keep everything nice and neat, so it just won't be all over the engine bay. And I told y'all before, but I just hit 300,000 miles on here. I'm at almost like 300,000. I'm almost at 301,000 miles on this motor now. I'm finna grade a Hemi swap it. I'm not putting a 6.4 or 6.2 Hellcat, or like I said, I'm not doing a 6.4 scat motor or a 6.2 Hellcat motor. I'm doing a 5.7. just so I can keep it somewhat reliable, even though that's still gonna be hard on gas. But this is my daily. I don't want to put no scat motor in here just yet. Now eventually I will have the scat motor in here and then have me a wide body Hellcat Charger on the side. That way, you feel me, I have the scat motor, I have a Hellcat, but I want an OEM Hellcat. So that's what I'm gonna end up getting later on. But for now, like I said, I'm gonna do a 5.7 swap on this car, so y'all stay tuned for that, man. That's gonna be either when I'm close to finish with the box Chevy or when I'm fully finished with the box Chevy. When I'm start building my LS motors, might be when I go ahead and pull this one out, put the scat motor, the 5.7 in here and rock out like it, you know what I'm saying? So y'all stay tuned for that. I might have to get one and build it and do a little series on that too, but I'm also put some long tube headers on it and then put a full exhaust. I might straight pipe it to make it loud. But but I don't want it too loud, so I might just put some type of mufflers on. But yeah, and then do like a 5-inch tip. But yeah, enough of all that talking, man. Like I said, we need to get into installing this. Let me see how the freak I open my fuse box. There we go. Just like that. And then I am tapped into this fuse back here. So I need to get that fuse off, take that wire off. And then like I said, I think it's this one. I think this is the one. Oh, that's them relays. Yeah, that looks like that's it. So we're gonna tap it in with this one. It really need to be like that way, but that wire ain't gonna be long enough. I'm gonna have to try and get it in there. So yeah, let's go ahead and tap into this wire, man. Let's tap into this wire. Get this stuff out of the sun, because the sun is cooking today, bro. The sun is cooking today. I'm gonna use my wire cutter to try and pull this this fuse out. If I can get it in there, I don't think I will be able to. Might have to use this one. I should have done this from the beginning. That was easy. But like I said, I just twisted the wire on the fuse, bro. Don't make fun of me, man. I know that's stupid. I shouldn't have did it, but I did it. So can't take it back now. All I can do is fix it. Alright, so I'm just gonna strip a little bit more wire back just so I can make sure I have enough wire on here. And then cut off that head. And I'm gonna put electrical tape on it too, just so to be safe, you know, just for extra precaution. And stuff the wire in. Grab my vice grips. Oh, I'm doing this. I ain't even checked to see if this was the right one. Yeah, it is. This is it. Yeah, that's it. Alright, so I was gonna say, man, I was gonna be a little mad if that was the wrong one. It was crimping. And then put my electrical tape on it. And then I should still have power. I should still have power to my fog lights once I turn my key over, so I'm gonna put a generous amount of tape on it too, because I don't want this coming apart and I don't want nothing happening with this. You don't have to put as much tape as I do though. Just put as much as you think you will need. Like I said, I'm just gonna be generous with it. Try and make sure it don't try and come apart or none of that, you know what I'm saying? Go. Now I gotta get in my bag, see which one. Right here, this blue one. So I'm gonna put both fuses in, put this blue one in that comes with the pack. These mugs are always tight to put in. Then I'm gonna put my original one. It ain't blown, everything is still good. I don't know if y'all can see, but it's not blown, so I'm gonna put this up in there as well, just so both of them, there we go, both of them will be in there. And then I'll run the wire in and tapped, just like that. Just like that, man. I have now tapped it correctly. I need to get another zip tie and zip tie that wire so it don't be so loose, but now I can put that back down. Make sure that wire out of the way and put it back down. Let me get a zip tie, 1 second. and zip tie this wire just so it'll stay tight down here. And then I got my wire cutter to cut the zip tie. Like I said, just try to keep the engine bay pretty clean. There we go. And got my wire cutter. Just like it. Nice and done, man. So finally done tapped into the fuse like properly, like you're supposed to. So I finally got that done, man. Finally got that done. Let me open that back up and show it to y'all. So like I said, I now tapped into it the right way, like you're supposed to. So now that it's done, I don't know why it's bent. I'm guessing because that relay and how tight it is in that area, but it shouldn't affect nothing. So got that back down. Now I can go ahead and cut the car over. Make sure everything good to go. I need to throw it away. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Y'all see about Chevy, man. Where's my car key? Gotta find my car key. Hold on, man. 1 second. There you go. All these keys, bro. So like I said, if we turn the car over, I should still have power. So if we look here, turn the car over, yes sir, power. We good to go. And yes, it cuts back off because the car needs to be fully started for the power to stay on. But yep, we good to go, man. We back in business, we back working. Now I can clean up my mess, put all my tools up, and let my hood back down. So y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Quick, nice little easy video, and got that done, bro. So hope y'all enjoyed. I'll catch y'all in a second for the outro. All right, guys, so I hope y'all enjoyed this video, man. Like I said, it's gonna be the end of this one. Y'all leave y'all opinions and comments. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Let me know how y'all feel about it. Like I said, I finally got that done. This is something I should have been had done, but at least it's done now, you feel me, and it's done correctly. So y'all let me know what y'all think, and if y'all need to do the same thing, like I said, it's very easy to do fake fuse tappers. You just gotta find the right fuse tapper for your fuse box and then do it like that. I just did for the box Chevy, which I just gotta find which fuse is, what is that, the remote wire is key on power. So I ain't in no rush to do that because I still gotta finish hooking up the power wire, and I still gotta get a second battery. But like I said, I just gotta figure out which wire is key on power that only cuts on when the car cuts on, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta figure out the fuse for that to put the remote wire in. But like I said, I tapped into a fuse for that, and then just did it in this car for the fog lights, and then for the charger, or not the charger, the cutlass, had to do the same thing, tap into a fuse to see which fuse is key on power for the remote wire. And then for this car, I'm actually gonna do it again because my radio, yeah, it's on the switch right now. I kind of like the switch because sometimes I don't even ride with my radio on, to be honest. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just leave it off. But I figured out that, like I told y'all before, the previous owner had cut out the power wire, so I can run my power wire to a fuse. That way it'll only cut on when the car cuts on, so I can do that too. So that might be something I go ahead and do later on. But other than that, man, I hope y'all enjoyed. Leave y'all opinions in the comments. Stay tuned for everything that's to come. I think the next video I'm gonna work back on the box Chevy, most likely. So love y'all, appreciate y'all. Keep God first and God bless, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.